Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad, and the weekend is here, which means it's time for your weekend outlook. Temperature-wise, if you're looking for some warm weather, well, here's where you want to park yourself: in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and the extreme Southwest. The rest of us, well, we're going to be a little bit below normal or well below normal, especially for the Northeast. Now, you notice some warmer air working their way into the Ohio Valley and portions of the Midwest, Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio. Look for temperatures there to be in the 60s. Now, this is on Saturday, so that's not bad football weather, but a little bit chilly as you head north, and the Northeast, of course, still pretty much on the chilly side. Now, Sunday, well, that changes a little bit. Notice the warmer air getting pushed more towards the southwest, which means the Midwest, Ohio Valley will be cooling off a bit. Look for high temperatures there in the 50s, but also notice some warmer air there working its way north into the high plains. This area is going to expand and then head east. So this is going to look good for next week, but this weekend for everyone east of the Mississippi River, pretty much below normal, with the exception of Florida, but it's usually pretty nice down there year-round anyway. Precipitation-wise, well, it's going to be a bit soggy in this area, Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, especially up into the Northeast. And one little caution here, this is fall, and the leaves are falling off the trees. So if you're in the areas where there's going to be some precipitation, be careful, especially heading into an intersection. Those leaves will get wet and they will act as ice. So be careful with that. But it's also going to be fairly windy in this area, so we have a lot of big games, especially in Columbus, Ohio. You got the Ohio State-Penn State game. It will be a little bit on the soggy side. It's certainly going to be windy and a bit chilly too. I think temperatures will be somewhere in the lower 60s, upper 50s, I think, at game time. The rest, though, we're in pretty good shape west of the Mississippi River. Now, as far as Sunday is concerned, we're seeing a little bit of precipitation there in the central U.S. It's going to be drying out in the Ohio Valley, but the Northeast, again, still very soggy. We have another system approaching the Pacific Northwest. It's going to take its time moving east, but when it does, it's going to warm things up a bit. And that shows up here on the National Weather Service's 6 to 10 day outlook. Notice here, everybody east of the Mississippi River, well above normal, but those of you west of the Mississippi River, you're going to be below normal. Now, as far as precipitation is concerned, that's where you would find it. That's where the clashing of the air masses occur. Cold there, warm here. This is where you're going to see all that precipitation. Now, this is mainly for midweek. Those of us on the eastern half of the Mississippi River, the first half of the week is going to be pretty nice, again, warming up, but latter part, maybe Thursday, Friday, is when this is all going to be moving on in. Let's go a little bit further down and take a sneak peek at Halloween. Right now, this forecast, of course, could change, but the big picture shows cold temperatures across most of the country, warm down in the extreme southeast. But notice extreme cold weather up in the high plains. You're going to be most likely seeing highs in the 30s there. I think we'll see temperatures in the 40s and 50s in the Ohio Valley and Midwest. As far as precipitation is concerned, in this area of the country it's going to be fairly dry, but as I said, it's going to be cold. The Northeast, well, there you go again. You're going to get wet once again, and it looks like there's another system approaching the Pacific Northwest. So most trick-or-treaters will be dry, but it will be a bit chilly. That's your weekend outlook. I'm George, the Weather Dad.